Hello, hello! My name is Z of Z Travel Tales, and my story for you today involves Boston, swan boats, and potential love. I don't know why I was obsessed with riding the swan boats in Boston. Yes, they're a cultural icon for the city. Yes, they're in a beautiful place, the Boston Public Garden. Yes, they've been in operation and family owned since 1877, and that's impressive. It was the end of my trip to Massachusetts. I was tired after a conference, followed by a long day of travel, walking, and filming. So I loved the reasonable price for a more or less 15-minute ride and the very short waiting time. I was grateful that they sold hats because I'd forgotten mine. I loved how relaxing the ride was. I loved the fact that the boats were powered by humans rather than with fossil fuels. And I loved the sound of the pedaling that propelled the boat forward. There was a girl sitting on the last bench in the boat, and I asked her to take my phone and hold it close to the pedaling so I could get that sound. She and her family thought I was weird. And I am, right? Oh, and I love this detail. The inspiration to use a swan rather than, say, a dragon or a goat has to do with the story from the Middle Ages, specifically from Germany. A knight seeking the Holy Grail was crossing a river on a boat, and the boat was pulled by a swan. As our swan boat approached the bridge in the public garden lagoon, someone in front of me pointed it to a man standing on the bridge holding a large red rose. "Maybe it's the bachelor," she said. We passed under the bridge, circled around, passed under the bridge again, and got off the boat. I bought some postcards. I chatted with a nice lady selling the postcards. My point is, a good 15 minutes had passed. I went to the bridge to shoot some video, and the man was still there. Before I could help myself, something stupid came out of my mouth. "Hey, someone in our boat said that you might be the bachelor." Of course, he ignored me. I shot some video, and then when I looked up, he was gone. I turned to the people standing next to me, and I said, "Did y'all see the guy with the rose? Did he meet someone? Did I miss some big romantic embrace?" No, they hadn't seen anyone. I looked around and I saw the man. He was walking away really fast, but I couldn't tell if he had the large rose in his hand. I looked over into the water, and there was the rose, just kind of floating there. It's irrational, but I was upset. No, upset's not real helpful in this context. We like to start with mad, glad, sad, and afraid. I was mad and I was sad. For him and for me, I've been stood up. Dating is hard enough. If we do these kinds of things to guys, they're gonna stop making gestures altogether, let alone big romantic ones. I wish I'd run after him and offered to buy him a beer and told him that not all women were like that. Or if he was gay, tell him that not all men were like that, even though hopefully, at least intellectually, he knows that. Then I started blaming the victim. Maybe he did something to deserve being stood up. Maybe he wasn't being stood up at all. Was he being stood up? Maybe this was some Boston ritual I didn't know about. Maybe someone had died. And then I was talking to a friend about this story, and he said, maybe it was the mafia. Maybe he did it for Tony. I don't know. What do you think? Please leave me a comment. Also, please like and subscribe. Thank you.